If I were to say that abortion was illegal in America tomorrow, that would be worrisome to you guys?
Yeah, 100%.
I think
Tell me
when we say pro-abortion, I don't think that that's necessarily accurate for how I feel. I think I'm pro-choice because people are probably going to get abortions anyways. I would prefer them be safe. It's not something I would necessarily do for myself, but I do think if it's going to be happening, which it is, it should be safe and it should be something that everyone talks about and everyone's educated on beforehand.
So in Texas, they just outlawed abortion. Abortion rates have gone down dramatically. So it's not totally true. It's half true. They're going to other states to get them, but the birth rate's gone up. So it's like this idea that people are going to find them otherwise. Sometimes they just have the baby instead.
Are you more concerned with the birth rate going up or?
Well, all of it. The morality of it's the number one issue, which we do not have a moral obligation to terminate human beings smaller than us.
So I have a question
Sure.
for you. So if it was scientifically proven,
yes,
like 100% without a doubt, that you don't have a consciousness, you don't feel pain until the day you come out the womb, you're fine with any and all types of abortions all of a sudden?
No. Consciousness is not. That's her argument. My argument is that at the point of your DNA's creation, a new soul is entering the world. And the soul transcends reason. And I'll prove it to you guys.
So you're saying soul and consciousness aren't related?
No, not at all.
Okay.
We know that, at least in the religious realm, because when your consciousness ceases, your soul lives.
Oh, okay.
Because it goes to an afterlife.
Okay.
I think you're
in a religious context. I'm not going to win you over on a modern context on that.
Sorry,
no, but let me try to win you over. Because there are points when we all see beauty when our reason or our consciousness is not able to describe them. I was at a loss for words. That sunset was so beautiful. It took my breath away. It was breathtaking. And I know we all have had those when you go to Yosemite, when you see a sunset in Santa Barbara, all of a sudden you're like, wow, that touches me on a level that is eternal and beautiful and is divine. My argument is that every being at the time of creation, which is when the sperm and egg meet, when the deoxyribonucleic acid is formed, that being has a soul. And if you don't make the soul argument, then you make the consciousness argument, and it's easy to make that because it's just I think our being is more than just a bunch of brain cells.
Well, no, I think we have souls as well, along with the
When
consciousness.
does the soul enter the being?
When you are created.
Got it. So
I would say so.
No, so I mean, you're indifferent towards allowing a soul to be dismissed without.
Because they'll move on. Because I fully believe a soul will move on to another being.
Got it. So that's interesting. So what was wrong with Auschwitz?
I mean, that was just horrible. Why? That's an insane question.
The Jewish souls were going to another place. What's wrong with it?
No. Because they were being tortured.
Well, no, let's say the death was quick.
No, it wasn't, though. Let's not play stupid here.
Okay, a lot of deaths were at incidents to execution. If the death was...
they were starved.
Fine. Well, some were, but let me rephrase it then.
Some... insane thing to say.
Well, yes, some Jews were immediately killed when they got off of the rail cars.
No,
yes.
they were tortured. They were tearing away from their families.
Let me ask you a different question now. If the death was seamless and without pain and immediate,
okay,
is that
can
okay?
you just pull away from the Auschwitz argument because that is insane to compare that to.
You just said that the soul goes to another place, and that's fine.
Yes, but it's not about the soul. It's also about the living being.
So it's about the form of death.
No, it's about the living being, what they experience. But I don't fully believe that fetus is experiencing a living life until they have consciousness, and I don't believe that they do until 22 weeks.
When you have a 14-week abortion at Planned Parenthood in Southern California, they offer for an additional fee pain medication for the fetus.
So the data assumes.
I knew
nobody can ask them, but the data assumes that at 14 weeks, which is legal, California's 20 weeks, right? At 14, the data shows that the fetus can feel pain and struggle, so they offer for an additional fee. You can either get pain medication for your fetus as you abort it, or you can get a pizza.
So
interesting. Or a pizza?
It's about $40 extra to get pain medication for your fetus.
Women also have to get an IUD with no pain medication.
Sure, terrible too.
The medical industry derived towards women is not fair.
So if there were less abortions in America, would that be a good thing?
Yes.
Of course. The question is how we get there.
That's a good question. How do we get there?
Birth control.
Education.
Yes.
So the more birth control that has happened,
the
more birth control we've had in the West, the more abortions we have because people have more.
People need to be implemented like self-control.
How about this radical idea? What if people waited to have sex when they got married?